I was just hoping I wouldn't get cut out of Iron Man because it was such an amazing cast. To turn around, I think 11 or 12 years later, having done 6 movies, 130 some episodes of this fun TV show, it's been a hell of a ride.
Our last 2 seasons, we knew they were our last 2. So it was kind of a nice, long goodbye.
It's kind of sunk in a lot. I mean, it's a weird thing to think the show's coming out and that's going to be the last time it'll be out.
The beginning of season 7, knowing that it would be our last season, and there was just such a finality about these will be the last stories to be told.
And that's sad, you know, there's a nostalgia to it.
The ending was kind of the way that we shot it. We had so much to shoot and they were literally gonna knock down the studios like a day after. It was less focused on the nostalgia and the kind of the whole picture of the fact that we were ending. There was a lot of action and I was kind of really focused on just like making sure I didn't get punched in the face.
I've seen some of the reactions to the show and it's been really exciting because it's my favorite season that I've been there for. And I was so enamored with the storyline and the vibe of the season right away that it was pretty exciting to see that other people are into it. It's a really nice way to say goodbye to it. So it's hitting me now and it's a good feeling.
You know, shooting that last episode was really tough because we felt like the last episode of season 5 was our last, but then there was always that, well, you never know. And, you know, we got 2 more seasons. And so this was just so definite. And, you know, watching the sets get torn down, that was just really emotional.
Yeah, I mean, it's hit me because we've had time to let it go and get back into my regular life and everything. But I will tell you, being the final season, when the last episode airs, then I think it's gonna have a new realization for me that, oh no, it really is over.
I don't know if it'll ever hit me. I don't know. It might be years.
You don't expect when you go in and you meet people for the first time that at that moment that all these people are going to be a big part of my life for the next however many years and thereafter. So people like Mo and Jed, who are really dear to me, Jeff and all the cast and the writers and the crew, and yeah, the people that, you know, you would see more than your own family, that's for sure. So they become your day to day, and so that's something I suppose I hadn't expected.
To think when I was 20 years old, when I sent my first audition out for this role, thinking that this was going to be such a huge part of my life in a decade from then, it's pretty unreal to think of it as like such a huge chapter of my life. So I think that was kind of unexpected to have not realize how much meaning all of those people were about to have to me when I first met them.
I think I expected the ending to feel like a bereavement almost. It sounds so dramatic, but I think I thought it would end and all of a sudden my life would be totally different and I would not feel those connections. But the nice thing is, yes, the show has ended, but these people are still in my life every day, and now we just get to choose our own call time of when we hang out.
It's such interesting feelings. They're so extremist, you know, you're so happy and proud you were part of this and you got it done and we've reached our goal, but then you look back and you realize that the family you love and who you've been seeing for years, every day, all day, will never really come together again as a whole, those 200 people.
For me, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's really about family and it's really about love and bringing together a group of people that were sort of broken or lost, and because they found each other, they became stronger.
I feel like we came in first to television from the Marvel Universe on a network, 22 episodes, wasn't immediately clear how it would work. And I feel like what I'm really proud of about our writers and our cast and our crew is that we just kept our head down. We took whatever pieces of the Marvel Universe we were allowed to play with, and we really just focused on getting our show better and better and better. And I think as the seasons add up, we took a lot of chances, and I feel like I think we surprised people by how long we lasted and what we were managed to accomplish creatively.
It's a reflection of the world we want, you know, to be able to see yourself in stories that you didn't used to see yourself in, and then be the one that portrays those stories is very special. The narrative that we've been accustomed to listening for women, and this is the opposite of that narrative. You know, we can be the protagonists and still be vulnerable and still be kind.
As like a half Asian, I've always thought I was never going to be able to do period piece because there's not a lot of need for half Asians in like specific period pieces. I'm privileged to say that it feels normal.
I don't think I quite understood how potentially different and special that was, until people would come up to me saying, oh, it's just so amazing to see a strong female intelligent scientist on TV, because I've been surrounded by women like that my whole life. So I think the fans' reaction has made that even more special to me, because I realized, like, you know, a lot of people don't maybe see those role models as much as we would like, and so it feels I'm very proud to be a part of that.
Fan support is dope. I don't know. I just, it's the coolest thing to come into it. Like, I had never been a part of anything that had that much of a fervent fan base. It made it feel like what we were doing really did matter to people.
I think knowing that it was going to be on the air, obviously, felt like we didn't have to quite say goodbye. I think as we watch it with the fans, I think that will be, I think it'll be probably quite traumatic.
I had never been a part of something with such a big fandom. It's so wonderful to get to know all these people and to know that your work is being received. That was not just surprising, but so wonderful to be a part of.
There's a real connection with people. I mean, I've been in different places around the world, and people kind of come up and they have this connection. And a lot of people in uniform, all kinds of uniform. And that's a big honor. That's just a deep honor to play that role and connect with those people.
Yeah, I've been on shows where fans have loved it, but not to this level. Being so strong and fans be able to express their feelings and things like that. I've never been on a show of this magnitude in terms of fan reaction from social media and the fan base that way.
Who could have known that it would have been released in a time where it's really nice to have something to kind of, lift your spirits, and it's a familiarity in the way that, in how much affection you have for these characters and their storylines and everything that they've been through. It's a really amazing thing to be a part of.
I have never encountered such an incredible love and support system, and the enthusiasm that the fans have, and the videos. I mean, I never will ever have to compile my own fight scenes or love scenes or anything. I just need to pull it up on the internet.
We have such just incredible fans who have stuck with the show for so long, and it's really like a love letter to the fans. And it really, like, if you've been watching the show since season 1, this season gives you everything you want.
Well, I always tell our fans, we are linked for eternity. We did this together. We stayed alive on TV because of you guys. So you guys are as important as we are. We tell a story, but there's no story to be told if no one listens. So it's a family of thousands of people that we will always have that link for the rest of eternity.